Welcome back, JD Alien. So I see you know how to follow instructions because this is part 2 of my Sony XB700 series. And I'm just really talking about the other earbuds that you can get where I feel like there might be more value for your money versus the Sony XB700s, because I kind of feel like they dropped the ball on these earbuds. So for those of you who have already watched the Soundcore Liberty Pro 2, or is it 2 Pro, can't remember, versus the Sony XB700s, welcome, because we're going to do that here. But if you haven't watched that video, go back, man, go back. Just go back, watch that video, and we'll be here when you're ready.
Let's do it.
So here we are. We got the Sony WF-XB700 true wireless earbuds. Once again, going up against the Galaxy Buds Plus. Man, these are my earbuds right here. Ooh, look at them G Buds Plus. I'm gonna try to make this one short. So we have, oh man, where do I even start? Okay, let's just start with the case. All right, as far as the case goes, I don't think there's a comparison here. I really like the Galaxy Buds Plus case. It's super small. It's one of the smallest ones you're probably gonna find on the market. USB-C charging, wireless charging, and you can charge your buds one time, but that's gonna give you, I believe it is 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours per charge of this thing. And you're getting 11 hours per charge on the Buds Plus. And then as we open the Sony case, where you're getting 9 hours. So and you can charge these one time with the case. So 9 hours and then 9 more hours versus 11 hours and then 11 more hours. But you do get this wireless charging here, so that's a huge plus. They both have USB-C charging, and as I tip them over, neither one of them falls out of the case, so that's nice to know. Durability of the case, I gotta give it to the Galaxy Buds here. Let me back up a little bit. Let me get you back there. There you go. Got to give the durability to the Galaxy Buds Plus because the lid here, it's on a hinge just like all of them, but the lid is actually a pretty thick lid. It's actually got 2 parts to it. Whereas on the Sony case, you got, just the hinge, normal hinge, but right here you got 1 part to that. And I hate to say it feels cheap, but man, the more I play with this thing, the more I feel like I'm gonna break it. So it is what it is. All right, so that's the case. Let's put the case in the background and pull out one of these earbuds. Okay, so as far as like IP ratings and stuff like that, man, I don't really care. To be honest with you, I think pretty much all earbuds are at least splash or sweat proof. What the rating is, I really do not care. I know these are IPX4. I can't remember what the Galaxy Buds are, but if you want to look that up, the links are in the description so you can check out the specs. But as far as the bud goes, even though like the Sony earbud literally dwarfs the Galaxy Buds, they both fit very comfortably. Now, I would beg to differ that this one is probably going to cause some discomfort over time. I've only had these in my ear for about 20-30 minutes, and they were very, very comfortable. And it's just cool that they fit so comfortably being as big as they are. Whereas the G Buds, I don't have any problems with the seal being jacked up or them moving around in my ears. And look how tiny they are, man. They have this little shark fin here and it just kind of goes where it's supposed to go, and you have a good fit and a good time listening to your buds. So as far as the size goes, that's really a personal preference on what's going to fit in your ear. One is just gigantic, one is miniature. Now, since we're looking at this button right here, that is how you control the Sony earbuds, whereas you have a touchpad with the Galaxy Buds. Now, when we talk about touchpads versus buttons, let's talk about price. So these are 130 bucks, and so are the no, wait a minute, I stand corrected. The original Galaxy Buds are $130 and they have touchpads. These Galaxy Buds Plus are $150 and they have touchpads, okay? But don't let the extra $20, get in the way, because I'm about to show you some stuff. Now, when it comes to the controls, on the Sonys, you're kind of limited. I mean, you have all the controls, they're just kind of wonky, man. On the right side only, you get play and pause and forward and back tracks and Google Assistant. On the left side, you can single press to turn your volume up and long press, and I do mean long press to turn that volume down. And it's just weird feeling, you know, especially coming from other earbuds that just are pretty normal. There's kind of a standard for earbud controls, and Sony goes completely against it for some reason, man. But over here on the Galaxy Buds, you can actually customize your button touching experience inside of the app, which is what Sony does not have. So let's go into my Galaxy Buds app. Okay, so let's pull both of these earbuds out, because I want you to see you have ambient sound here, and you have a charge for the case. Let me see if I can open up the case and let you see how much of a charge that case has. It's not showing it right now, but you do get to see how much of a case, or how much of a, you know what, let me just show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me turn that off. All right, so now you see the case pop up there. You see that? Boom. All right, so they're connected. See how fast that was? Sony connects fast, but you know, you get some visuals here. You got your case at 49%, and then you have your G Buds at 99%. All right, so as you pull them out, the case disappears. Now let's go into this ambient sound. You can turn it on or off, or you can set it to, I don't want to hear that much, to I want to hear a lot. So it's got ambient sound. You have different EQ presets here. My favorite one is dynamic. You get notifications through there. You can customize what notifications you get. And this is where you customize that touchpad. All right, you can lock the touchpad just so you won't have no accidental touches. And then you can change the left earbud to do one thing and the right earbud to do another, or the opposite of the left. So that is a huge plus when it comes to controls. Then you can get software updates and all this other stuff. You got the labs. So I don't need to go into that because I've already done a complete video on the Galaxy Buds Plus. But I just wanted to show you that you do have app support here, which is a great addition to an earbud that costs $100 or more. Sony felt like we don't need an app, especially when they're touting their extra bass, you know, branding, which has either been inside of an app or a physical button on their previous extra bass products. That is, I don't know, that's just backwards to me, man. I was expecting more when I saw that extra bass. I was expecting a button or some type of toggle in the app. Now, what else do I want to get into before I go into sound? Phone calls. So initially with my Galaxy Buds Plus, the phone calls were great. It's just that I didn't feel like they were loud enough for me. The other person said I sounded great because they have like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 mics. I have no idea. But this phone call sounded great to the other person. But over time, I turned on ambient sound while I was on phone calls through the app. And now this is all I use for calls. I hate to say it, but I've put my LG Tone Freeze in my car just in case I forget my Galaxy Buds Plus. And so that's the only time I use them. So I have these in my ears for calls all the time. And I usually just put one in one ear. And that's another thing that was very disappointing. You cannot hot swap these. Oh, for those of you who watched my video with the Sound Liberty Pro 2s compared to the Sonys do not let you use the right earbud independently. It is only available for the left earbud. Whereas the Sound Liberty Pro 2s, those will let you use either earbud independently. So that's another win on the Soundcore Liberty Pro 2 side. But when we get to the Galaxy Buds Plus, you got the same thing. You get to use each earbud independently with the G Buds Plus, but with the Sonys, you're just confined to using the left earbud only if you want to go in mono mode. So I got to give that win to the Galaxy Buds. So is in my opinion, Galaxy Buds is kicking the snot out of Sony right now. But now we got to talk about the main thing, man, which is the sound. So if you are a bass head and all you care about is bass, sure, go for the Sonys because they do have a slight, and I do mean slight, edge over the Galaxy Buds Plus. Don't sleep on the Galaxy Buds Plus when it comes to bass. G Buds Plus have a dedicated subwoofer, okay, and a tweeter. There's 2 drivers up in here making noise on your eardrums, so don't sleep on them. But I do give a slight edge for deeper, boomier bass with the Sony XB700s. Now, when it comes to overall sound, this is where we get kind of crazy, man. You ain't gonna believe this, but I think the G Buds are just maybe 1 click louder than the Sonys. Yeah, I said it. I said it, man. I don't care. You trolls can keep coming at me, but the G Buds Plus are, I would assume, 1 click, 1 full click louder than the Sonys, okay? Now, when it comes to overall sound, these are much brighter. These give you way more detail and more highs, more mids, and more of just a great sound experience than the Sonys. But you know, I'm not finna sit here and trash the Sonys on sound because they sound awesome. Like, they sound great. You stick them in your ears, you have a good time, and they sound awesome. You're gonna love that bass, you're gonna love that sound signature and profile that they have. But when you compare them side by side with another earbud like the G Buds Plus or the Sound Liberty Pros, they don't win. I'm sorry. If you already have these, keep them. They're great. It's a great purchase. I just feel like you could do better with your money by spending another $20. I mean, let's be honest, man. If you got 130 bucks to spend on something as meaningless and trivial as a set of earbuds, then that means you can come up with an extra 20 to get something that has a little bit more value for the money you spent. So we're talking 150 versus 130. In my opinion, I would take the Galaxy Buds Plus any day over the Sony XB700s. Trolls, come at me in the comments. I really don't care. It is what it is. I got both of these sitting right here, and I've tested out both of them fresh this morning, and I still roll with the G Buds Plus. But don't go nowhere, man. Don't go nowhere, because I still got one more competition to do. Let's move the G Buds away, because we got the Phil T1X coming up next in the next video. So for those of y'all who came to see what you came to see and now you're riding out on me, I don't care, but we still cool, we still cool. Look, if you enjoyed the content, make sure you give me some emoji hands in the comment section before you ride out. And for those of y'all who are staying for the next video, go ahead and click on it now. See you there. Oh, so you wanted them cats that like to just run up in a place, take what you want, then leave, huh? Man, you better hit that subscribe and notification button. That way you know when I'm over here opening up new stuff. And while you're down there, you might want to consider tapping that join button and becoming a member, because membership has its perks. See, that wasn't so bad. All right, man, I appreciate you, and I'll see you at the next one.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?